Politics in the Super Bowl. So both Susan Collins and James Tallarico have ads running. And there are obviously, as we just discussed, these dueling halftime shows between Bad Bunny, who has criticized ICE and was a Harris supporter, and Kid Rock, who's very pro-Trump and is doing his own show. I think we should start there with Bad Bunny because clearly this guy is divisive. So why would they pick him? Who picks these things, and why would they pick
the NFL? And he's the number one. There's a reason he won the Emmy. I mean, he is the most popular kind of pop culture singer right now in the United States and in the world. So the NFL is no dummy, and he's strong that they stood by him.
Actually, Dan, I disagree. Like the NFL should be concerned, like any business, with the ratings, and picking somebody that is known to be divisive is just, to me, it shows how. I mean, this is the NFL blows my mind. I love the fact that, as you can tell, one of the best ways to end racism, as you know, is to put end racism in an end zone. Because once you do that, people aren't racist anymore. As soon as you put a slogan in an end zone, it just ends it. So you can be like, be nice, end racism, and it's over. That's the NFL's wokeism is just so mind-boggling to me, because it's about watching a game. It's about football. And the idea that they have to inject themselves into culture and politics, to me, is just so bad business.
Well, there's just so many superstars that they could choose from. I mean, like, I would totally be down with another Katy Perry performance on halftime for the halftime show. One of my favorites, just saying. But let's just remind people. So Bad Bunny at the Grammy said, before I say thanks to God, I'm going to say ICE out. What are the chances he says something about ICE from the field?
Oh, I think the NFL will tell in fact, who has this? It's NBC as the Super Bowl, right?
NBC.
Yeah, they have Olympics too, right?
It is a usually like a 5-10 second delay. I would not be surprised if he says something bad about ICE if they don't beep it out.
Oh, Dan, let's just play that out for a second.
Yeah, and the left will go nuts. The left.
Oh my God, if that happened.
It'll be on X. It'll be on X within, real time. But I would imagine the NFL has had a conversation with him to say, and by the way, for those who didn't see it, there is, Disney named a new CEO, and there is a story that Dana Walden, who people thought might get it, the president did not get it because she is close to Kamala Harris, and the Disney board recognized that could be a problem with this White House.
I thought she was going to get it for sure.
I think that there is. I would imagine the NFL and NBC have a game plan.
Interesting.
The funny part is, if that's true, and I agree with you, I think that they had to for a million reasons. I don't know how that doesn't leak out, because somebody around Bad Bunny is going to say he was specifically told he couldn't do this or that. Right. So I'll be shocked if that doesn't get out.
Not only that,
people in the chat are talking about the Puppy Bowl, but like. Look, we got to support Bob Ritchie.
I was going to say he might be more likely to say something if he's told he can't.
Or he's more likely to even have some. I mean, he's not a shrinking violet. It's possible his attire.
Yeah, I was going to say there's going to be a pin. He's going to have some stupid pin on that's, it's like all the folks at the Grammys. Again, that's what deal you put a pin on, and I care. That's
I mean, look, it's like, do you think Kid Rock's going to have a MAGA hat on?
Of course.
Yeah.
But that's not like, half the country or more necessarily having to watching that because they're taking in the Super Bowl. I bet in the dance moves, they're going to do some sort of interpretive something on ICE.
Boy, I would imagine ESPN has, maybe, or NBC. I think the other interesting thing, though, is that the politics of how you run ads around the Super Bowl. Like, I do think there is an art to this. I remember Michael Bloomberg, and I think it was 2020 when he was rising rapidly, did I think it was a 2-minute advertisement during the Super Bowl. Like, people try to run usually biographical ads, something because there's eyeballs. And so with the Patriots, you have the Senate race up in Maine here with Susan Collins. A lot of Mainers are likely going to be watching. So it's always interesting. Yeah.
Can we play that ad? We're short on time, but we can play it.
Yeah, let's show.
Lives are on the line. They don't hesitate to run towards danger. Unfortunately, the same gear that protects them from deadly flames can be hazardous to their health. Senator Susan Collins to the rescue. Susan helped introduce legislation that protects firefighters.
8 figures. Not cheap.
Well, that's right. But I will say the one thing, not just the Super Bowl, live sporting events are still one of the best ways. So many people flip through ads, whatever. You watch live events, whether it's baseball, football, and most fans aren't like, I know some people do that, but most people actually watch it live. So it's still one of the best ways to get through to voters.
Which is one of the reasons Trump loves. I mean, he's a sports fan, but he also knows the power of. And for those who are wondering, earlier this week, we talked about fundraising and the kind of campaigns, what they can do and what outside groups can do. That is an outside group ad. And if you notice, it is thank Susan Collins. So it's a way that they run ads and stay kind of within the law. You don't say vote for Susan Collins. They can't do that. But what they can do is say thank her, or on the other side, call Sean Spicer and tell him that why do you hate puppies? That type of thing. So
just don't like them.